Hey guys, what's up? So we are having a blast in Alaska. One of the things that we ran into on the way up here was that we lost the hub seal cap off of our Dolly. In doing that, it slung grease everywhere, all over the wheel, all down the side of the car, and we were actually in a rainstorm during that time, so I was really concerned about it getting water inside of the seal. We stopped at a couple of auto parts stores and finally found one that had bearing buddy caps that we could buy because we couldn't find anybody open that was going to have the vault hubs. We bought the bearing buddy, put it on, and what I ended up doing is just getting a grease gun, and I just kept putting grease in it until I felt like I had enough grease in it and hopefully pushed the water out of it. In doing that, we actually pushed grease out of the back of the seal, and when we did that, everything was fine because we knew the bearings had plenty of grease in them. But then coming down the mountain, coming into Skagway, our brakes caught on fire on the Dolly. And I'm not talking about just smoking, I'm talking like there were visible flames where it was burning the grease inside. And we pulled over, we shot it with a fire extinguisher, put it out. We went a little bit further so we could get off the side of the road completely, and it had already started back up. So what we ended up having to do was lock our brakes out completely on the Dolly and drive the rest of the way into Skagway just real easy. Now, we'd been here for a while, knew this was a project that we were going to have to do, but I was trying to accumulate all the parts because there's no parts stores here in Skagway. This is a tourist town. And we ended up ordering the seals, and then I had the grease and stuff here. But one of the things that we noticed too is that the tires on the Dolly were worn extremely bad. I don't know if it's just the age of the tires or what it was, but the tread just like disappeared on them coming up here. Well, we had bought a tire along the way to use as a spare, and it was super expensive to buy it in town. So we actually got to looking on Amazon and was able to order the tires for like 45 bucks. The only difference is it doesn't come with a rim. So one of the tires that I've got here is on the rim, and I'm going to have to change it out. And there's no tire machine here in town, so there's nowhere here local we can take. I mean, we can drive 2.5 hours and go to Whitehorse and have the tire changed out and pay somebody. But I think what we'll do is we'll just take and we'll use a bottle jack, some screwdrivers, and some soapy water, and see if we can't dismount this tire from the rim and then remount the new tire onto it and seat it here while we're here at the campground. That way we'll be ready for the season to end here in about a month and a half or so, and we'll start trekking our way back across into Canada and then down into the lower 48. So guys, if you'll hang with me here, we're going to get the camera set, we'll get everything situated, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to attempt to break this tire down, change it out, and put a new tire on this rim. Here's what we're going to attempt to do. I got the hitch turned upside down and got a bottle jack in here. We brought this jack with us in case we needed to jack up and do anything as far as leveling the RV or if we had a flat. This jack should be big enough that it would pick up the RV, worst case scenario, if we had to do that. Now, normally you'd put these on a tire machine and break them down, but what I'm actually going to do is, this is just nothing more than soapy water, and I'm going to fill this bead up around through here with soapy water, so as that as I push it down with this jack, this will seep in and hopefully let that tire slide off of that bead. Now I did take the valve stem out, so all the air is out of the tire completely, and I've got the jack sitting right at the edge where the rim is. Now I'm just going to jack this down as I go, and I'm probably going to have to stand on this side, and we'll just keep jacking it down. And there it went. So I'm going to push it down a little bit further here, and there we go. So we are completely off on this side. So now what I'll have to do is let the jack off, take the pressure off, we'll set that over, and then I'm going to turn this tire over, and I'm pretty much going to do the exact same thing on this side. and get everything lined up here. And this one's already starting to turn loose. We're going to put some soapy water on it right quick here. And I'll stand on it again. Nope, that's all it took, was just for me to stand on it. So now I'll let the pressure off of the jack. Now that was the easy part. We had all this hydraulic leverage here to be able to help us. Now all I've got is basically 2 screwdrivers. So let me take this out. Set it over to the side out of the way so I don't hit my head on it while I'm working here at the back. And I'm going to try to push this down and get in here and attempt to pry this tire off. I actually need to come off from the other side. There's more of a recess in the tire here, so we can get the tire to go down inside of that, give us a little bit more room, just like that. So like I said, this is the easy part, or the easy part was getting it to break the bead. This is going to be the hard part, is actually getting this tire to separate up over the edge. I'm hoping that I've got enough soap on it to where I can actually just keep working it around like this and pressing it down. Almost. We're close. There we go. All right. Now, we got that side off. So now I've got to get this rim out of the tire. And we'll pretty much do it exactly the same way. The only difference is we're going to pry the rim out of the tire versus prying the tire off of the rim. There we go. We got the tire off the rim. And you can see the tread on it. I mean, it's just about wore to nothing. These are 10-ply tires, so they're supposed to be load range E. Here's the new tire. Plenty of tread on it. So now what we're going to want to do is soak this up really good. I need a little bit of help there. One more time with the screwdriver and we're on. All right. So now, so guys, I'm gonna soak this down real good here. Same thing, we want it to slide right over the edge of that rim. So I'm gonna come in here and just start working this tire around the edge of this rim. Now, if I had longer screwdrivers or a pry bar or something like that, this might be a little bit easier. But at the end of the day, these are the tools that I've got with me. So this is what I'm using. There it is. So now, the only thing I got to do from here is fire up the compressor, let it build up a good amount of air pressure. These take 80 pounds of pressure in them. Actually, these are 90. The previous brand was 80 psi. We'll connect onto here, inflate our tire. So once I get the compressor built up with air pressure and stuff, I'll flip the camera back on and you can see it actually pop and seat. All right, so we got the compressor built up to 100 pounds of pressure. And what we're gonna do is I put the valve stem back in it. We're gonna attach the air hose to it and see if we can't seat this thing. There we go. You can see a little bit of that fire extinguisher powder there from before. Looks like we might be leaking just a smidgen there, but once it seats completely on the bead, we should be good without any problems. So, let's check our tire pressure. Yeah, we've only got about 20 pounds of pressure in it right now, so. Looks like our leak stopped. Yeah, looks good. So there it is, guys. Tires mounted, ready to go back on the dolly. All I gotta do is turn the compressor on, build it up to 90 pounds of pressure, put it back on, tighten the lug nuts up, and we saved ourselves a trip to Whitehorse, and definitely saved ourselves a little bit of money because we could buy the tire for, I believe it was about 45 bucks. You spend about $80 for tire and rim. So this is an option. And now I've got basically this tire that still got some tread on it that holds air that we could use for a spare, and we know with the equipment that we have on board that we could change this out if we needed to on the side of the road if we were in an area where we can't get service, can't get in touch with our roadside assistance. So guys, that wraps up this short video that we done today on swapping this tire out. Like I said, at least now we know beyond a shadow of a doubt we can take care of ourselves on the side of the road if we need to. Be sure and hit that subscribe button. We are going to do our best to keep pumping out videos. The season's starting to come to an end, so things are starting to slow down for us here in Alaska, and that means we'll have more opportunity to put videos out. So be sure, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, drop comments in the comments below, and hey, enjoy your RV journey and find your happy.